Oh, my face. There we go. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hanayome Kamakiri. This is the first time we have ever met. Pardon me. Blackfire, all the stuff that I was waiting on to send out your sleeves have finally arrived. Hopefully I'll send them out tomorrow. I was alt-tabbed and thought it was Baby Solomon. Why'd you think it was Baby Solomon? Ninjash, I'm sorry. I regret to say, though, Blackfire, that I can't send you out a test print because the boxes that I have are too small. I'm sorry, but your display of packaging is a lot more extravagant and beautiful than Pinata's was. So I hope that works. Time to embarrass. I will make it up to you somehow. Oh my god, sorry. My throat! I'm dying. I guess I'm still recovering from being sick. Ugh, it sucks. Nice to meet you, Kamaki. My name Asher. Hello, Asher. I just bit my fucking tongue. Wait, how come I can't hear it? Oh, my audio is really low. Most likely, yeah. Okay, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I take a drink. It's like, of course you're a mod. I forgot this is the first time we've ever met. Imagine just modding something. Alright, I'm gonna try to make merch. Because I bought so much fancy packaging and I realized I was like, I don't know why I bought all this. Like, I bought like small envelopes and I was like, I can't put sleeves in this, that's all I'm selling. And they were like pink small envelopes too. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste this on my trading cards. Anyway. 5 sleeves per envelope. I guess I could just sell single sleeves if someone just wanted a single sleeve. But, anyway, when we last left off, we had already started, Great Ace Attorney 2! Susato is the new lawyer. It has been 3 months, I think, since she went back home. I almost said 5 years. Definitely not. She is a beautiful baby boy right now. This is Hosonaga. He was in the last game, if you remember him. For some reason, it's like a reflection of that first trial, where the lady who had murdered the guy, Iris's dad, was murdered herself. I forgot what we were here. Is this a testimony? I could have sworn we heard a testimony already. I think they redid something because Hosonaga was like, she had clearly been stabbed multiple times, but when we pressed him, he said at least once. But for some reason, we were supposed to call him out at the multiple times, though, even though he said at least once. So that was really confusing. It was, even if it was her brother, and not Susato, I would still say the same. She has a brother? Oh, yeah. And, we're trying to defend our friend, or Susato's friend, who was accused of the murder, saying that, like, she had pulled she had pulled the knife from, her, to try and save her, and here Hosonaga, everybody was, like, staring at us. They're like, wow, you're a fucking idiot, aren't you? You're really gonna sit there and tell us that this fucking health major just pulled a knife out of them to cause heavy bleeding? Apparently is what he's getting at. Pulling a blade from a wound without thinking could cause heavy bleeding. I thought this was too old. Even though it's only the early 1900s. I thought, I don't know. I, for some reason, assumed that maybe this was too far back for anybody to realize that that would cause heavy bleeding. So I was like, impossible. Could cause heavy bleeding. Okay. That's basic knowledge that any medical research assistant with an ounce of sense ought to know. In other words, there's no reason why the defendant would have tried to pull the knife from the victim. God, maybe I got my own tuberculosis. Anyway. I don't know if I sound different to y'all, but I feel like I do. I feel like I'm losing my voice again. It sucks. What the fuck? Let's not forget that the young student did have a motive for killing the victim. The man the victim murdered 9 months ago, Dr. Wilson, was the defendant's highly respectable mentor. He's just got the blood. You sound tired. I'm pretty sure I got enough sleep. I just wanted to sleep more. Look at how cute she is. Look at her hat. I love her. You sound normal to me. Okay, I'm not sure then. Wow, what the fuck? Is what you just said true, Inspector? Could pulling a knife from a wound really cause the wound to bleed heavily? How would a lawyer not know that? Yes, think of the weapon itself as the stopper and the wound that prevents excessive blood loss. Until a doctor is ready to provide internal treatment, that stopper shouldn't be removed. What if you heat the blade and then stab? Would that immediately cauterize it? Sealed the wound. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, what if you just wanted somebody to suffer as long as possible without them bleeding to death? Amazing. I feel like that would kill you if it was that hot. Like, you would just pass out from the pain. Until a doctor is ready to provide proper treatment. That stopper shouldn't be removed. Yeah. Oh, I see. I don't remember if I want to do his voice or not. I do. This is why yokels should stay at the farm. Even a quack from some obscure mountain village would have such basic knowledge. I hope whenever we beat his ass at this trial, he just completely goes bald. Like, he just mauled so hard that all of his hair falls out. That is my hope for this trial. Anyone who's ever given someone a little poke with a knife and pulled it out knows this. Oh, well, I've never stabbed anyone, you see. Or pulled a blade out of a wound, so... Of course you haven't. I didn't bring you up to behave like a bandit. I love that it has her name as Ryotaro. It's really cute. I didn't even think about it because Ryunosuke. I'm an idiot. Father, is it true what they're telling me? Yes, you idiot. Yes, it's basic remedial knowledge from medics, right? Would have been well aware of it. If she were to claim ignorance of such fundamentals, that could prove fatal in many ways. You can, okay, well, I feel like in the heat of the moment, like, you could, your brain's like in a fog. I feel like it would be understandable to, you know, try and get rid of the thing that's hurting somebody. Maybe she thought it wasn't too deep. I don't know. Ow. Anyway. Also, I don't know if y'all saw my comments earlier in Discord about me thinking Frito died. Either way, she is really fat and happy right now. Or at least I assume she's happy. I hope she is. I gave her food last night. She is chunky. Either way, her head's not stuck because she's still alive. So, God, that scared me so bad because she wasn't moving. Even when I tried to nudge her, I realized her head was stuck. God, I feel bad. Yep. But then why would Ray have done it? Could she have pulled out that knife in full knowledge that it would be fatal for Miss Brett? I don't know. You gotta believe in your client. I never once mentioned anything about the knife to me. It seems almost impossible to believe, but can my friend actually have? Susato. Why is he yelling in court her actual name? Yes? Pull yourself together. You mustn't lose sight of why we're here. Ah! Also, my pre-order of Arceus Legends went through. Hi, Shiro! I miss you! I always love seeing that hi pop up in chat every so often. It reminds me of that post still. Every time I see Shiro, I think of that one post. Counsel, it's time for your cross-examination. Oh, yes, Excellency. However, I must warn you that if your cross-examination fails to identify any issue with the established facts, I will be moving to my, education immediately afterwards. I understand. Believing in your clients and fighting for their cause until the bitter end. I knew it would be hard, but I had no idea it would be this hard. No, I'll stream it. I don't know if it's really a game that I want to play too much on my own time anyway. I feel like it would be a little bit, I don't know. The way that Arceus Legends seems, it seems it's kind of, I don't know, it feels like it's going to be a grind, so I don't really want to play that in my off time. Hold it! Hold it! She says it in her fucking English accent. Obviously. You say doing it without thinking could be a problem. Screaming a lot, like in fear or anger? Does that mean if you used due care and attention, it would be alright? I wouldn't have thought this needed spelling out, really, but... The blade is like a stopper in the wound. Remove it, and a serious hemorrhage will occur. In other words, a medic would need to be present before any attempt was made to withdraw the blade. Doing it without thinking would be madness. You just can't do it. What if she thought she could, but she was caught before that, and that's why the lady died? I'm being chased by a cleaver. Oh, well, thank you for such a thorough explanation. You see, Counsel, when you act without thinking, the result is a bloodbath. Why are there so many fucking papers all over here? Okay. Back to the witness testimony, please. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, well, she's not in me. Pardon me. In that case, there's an obvious explanation here. Which is? Clearly, the defendant, Ray Mimbami-san, does not possess an ounce of sense. Susato, no. My face broke. What do you think about that, Professor Mikotoba? that slight head tilt that he did. I'm not sure that you should be labeling your best friend as lacking in common sense. Well, I thought it would be better than labeling her as a murderer. I don't know young people today. If that's friendship, I don't understand it. No, why is it? That's scary. What the fuck? Careful, Counsel. A lack of common sense can be a very dangerous thing. That's, oh dear. That recoiled on me rather badly. Oh my goodness. That's life, I'm afraid. A lesson everyone must learn. That was frightening. Hopefully, you can see that this is really basic medical knowledge. Being involved in medical research, Mimbami-san would certainly have been aware of it. No good reason. Oh, I forgot I can't look at this and I almost presented it. God. Okay.
Hold it!
But the defendant had suddenly encountered someone she knew lying on the ground bleeding to death. The sight could have shocked her delicate sensibilities, causing her to remove the blade inadvertently. I really don't think inadvertent actions can explain this. The woman is a medical research assistant. I can't imagine she would behave so irrationally. Oh, but irrational behavior is a woman's— What are you going on about? Ryotaro. Susanoo is a woman's prerogative, isn't it? Oh dear. You have a lot to learn about women. Only a small-minded man could have such bigoted views. Susanoo, look what you've done. Oh dear, perhaps I'm letting my male persona take a hold a little too much. And he's bigoted. Well, I have managed to convey the basics now. That should cover the medical side of the argument. Okay, Kate.
Hold it!
Hold it! Whatever the motive, it just isn't Minbami-san's nature to do something so awful. But she had both motive and opportunity. That's very hard to argue against. Why are you arguing? I feel bad for Hosonaga. But you don't know the defendant.
Objection!
I don't know if it's about knowing them. And you, counsel, do not appear to know the law. Yes, evidence is the only way to convince the court of your argument, not feelings. With this fledgling to defend her, I would almost say I pity the accused. So do I. Inspector, you will reiterate your point about the defendant's motive, please. Alright, okay. Oh yes, Miss Brett was, in many ways, the sworn enemy of Minbami-san. Speaking of Arceus Legends, when does that go live? The 28th? Oh, next week. Uh-oh. That means I'm probably gonna remove SMT 5 off the schedule for now. And then we'll play Great Ace Attorney on Thursday. And then Arceus Legends on Friday. Do I want to play it every day? Do I want to beat it? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, kita to kita. I'm sorry, big stretch. I slept so comfortably last night. Well, yes, that's true. Dr. Wilson recognized Minbami-san's talent and offered her the position. I can't read of assistant despite her being a woman. She was extremely grateful to him. Yes, the Englishman appeared to have been a very broad-minded individual. Dr. Wilson had no time for outdated traditions. A medical field can't wait. Well, one sec. Oh my goodness. He met with opposition, of course, but he believed firmly in Minbami-san's abilities. Clearly the defendant was in the man's debt, which only serves to prove my point. Draco Main, I don't know what that means. Hello, how are you? Oh shit, that just reminds me. I forgot to turn on stream labels. I woke up a little too late, so I forgot to turn on literally everything. Alright. I should begin. This is hopeless. I can't find a single crack in his testimony anywhere. If Rain knew that withdrawing the knife from the wound could threaten Miss Brett's life further. I just can't think of any way to explain why she did it. They said they saw the knife. Okay. Man, what? It's at times like these when it's especially important to remember fundamentals. The fundamentals? Evidence is what counts in the courtroom, isn't it? Of course, but I've been through the court records dozens of times already. I think perhaps you're forgetting something, though. You needn't take the evidence at face value. You can and must examine it in greater detail, too. Ah! I realize this is your first time playing the role of lawyer in the courtroom. So if you need reminding of the rudiments, you need only ask. I'll do my very best to help. Can I finally examine? I know what to do. Come to think of it, Hasuma-sama and Naruhodo-san were always turning evidence over and over in their hands. Is it because what? I really couldn't investigate the fucking pin because I wasn't at that part of the story. This is annoying. Ah, by the look in your eyes, I see it's coming back to you. Go through the court record again and have a thorough look at everything. You may just find a clue. Yes, I'll do it straight away. I know, what the fuck? I needed a tutorial. Hold on. Ah, you fucking kidding me? What is this? What does this mean? There's some sort of emblem here. Look how cute she is. I love her. Look, but it isn't a Yume University one. Must belong to some other organization, I suppose. A business of some kind. Looks like 2 wheat stalks, maybe 3 barrels. I don't know. That would seem to imply that the pin doesn't in fact belong to Ray. Who the fuck else could it belong to? Take the cap off. If you take off the pin's lid, it's a fountain pen. I was hoping we'd find it soaked in blood or something. Well, let's unscrew the barrel, shall we? Wow, we're really investigating this thing, aren't we? Eh? What the fuck is this? Is this the ink storage? It's supposed to be a little reservoir that holds the ink. Yes, you fill it by drawing ink from a bottle up through the nib. A fountain pen that only drinks blood. Is something wrong, Father? It's just that there doesn't actually appear to be any ink in there, that's all. Oh yes, you're right. It's it's pretty much empty. Well, it could be on the verge of running out, I suppose. A very small bit? Well, what color is it? I want to know what color the ink is. Because if it's blue, then we can blame that random photographer that shows up in the back of Saseki or whatever his name was, Natsume, yeah. The RM initials are very clearly engraved here. The fact that Miss Brett was clinging to this pen in her dying moments is a very clear message, too. Hi, Bella. Bella, Bella, Bella. I love you. You're so cute. To identify her killer, you mean? I don't think there can be any doubt that this is a key piece of evidence in this case. Alright, well, I don't know. Okay. Oh, she's watching Frida. Rausches? Is that how you say that word? England returnees tell all. This is the interview with you and Saseki-san, is it, Father? Rausches. It looks as though it was quite an exchange. Yes, he became a little over-animated when he was talking about his time in England. It's pronounced raucous? What the fuck? What a dumb word. Oh, Bella, I love you! You're so fat. She just keeps being warm so easily. Bella, no! Not Bella. Frito! No! Hold on. No, don't eat that. Sorry, Frito had dirt in her mouth. Let her eating that. Alright, sorry. I don't know how she got dirt in her mouth, but... Bella, sit down! The photographer managed to capture the moment. His hand karate chopped me in the neck. I do hope you weren't hurt. What the fuck? What's that? There's a little advert for balding, a balding agent, or a hair regrowth rather, not a balding. This is the newspaper from Soseki-san. There seems to be an important article on the back page as well. Exclusive, deadly poison stolen from... Oh. This poison shit again. Deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. From Yume's medical research. Father, isn't that your lab? What the? Let me see that. The poison's been stolen? He didn't know? How did he not know? How did the press find out? Hi, Carrick. Yeah, it's definitely that fucking girl. She definitely killed herself. It's this morning's paper that Soseki-san gave us. Are you saying you didn't know? As embarrassing as this is for the head of the laboratory, I didn't. I've not heard any such thing. Where on earth would the reporter have gleaned this information? The reporter was in on it! The guy that's following Soseki-san? He was in on the murder! It's not a murder. It could have been an assisted suicide, right? He was in on it. Or he wanted to paint it as an assisted suicide. Or just a suicide. He got it. He poisoned her. Pushed her into a knife. Stuff like that. But it's supposed to explain why she took the knife out. Boo 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 boo. I've got all my Valentine's messages ready to go when the time comes. Y'all motherfuckers ain't ready for the love and care. I'm gonna poop out. Oh my god, I'm pressing. It's like elementary school Valentine's Day. Come to think of it, there was no article mentioning this story in our paper this morning, was there? It's a highly toxic poison. We've been working on it with strictest confidence. Why? I put Ray in charge of the project. Ray, she was managing it? If what's written here is true, means that she tried to hide the theft from me. And moreover, the details were leaked somehow. I don't believe it. You need to read the article very carefully. Boo boo, do 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 do. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, now what? Now what am I supposed to do? Let's see. What am I still supposed to... That said, Hana, fact of the day, did you know Hana's boots also act as hover boots? Technically giving her the ability to levitate off the ground, and if there's one thing I know, it's best not to mess with the bug who can get on your level. I know, right? Wow. Being that tall and I can float, it makes me think I'm like some sort of like ship, like a spaceship. I don't know. God, I hate it. Every time I cycle this one, I'm just gonna have to hear him cough, apparently. There's no good reason. What am I supposed to call out? Did it have a motive? I thought the first case was supposed to be easy, but now I'm really confused. Vegan body slam did not say the other reference. What's the other reference? Now I'm lost. I gotta look at what I got again. RM. Oh my god, RM is actually W. How a new letter of the alphabet. What? Are her quotes not working? Is that the is that the Munchie one? No, the quote's not working. So fucking lost. pupil constriction. She was definitely drugged. And why that wasn't thought of in the first place is really weird. Wait, what is this highly deadly drug then? Because clearly then it's not an opioid. This guy coughs too much. Oh, what the fuck am I supposed to call out? I'm just so confused now. Any medical research, like a blade. Oh, from. I'm thinking! I don't get it! There's no. I feel like it's whatever it is, it's supposed to be this one, but at the same time, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to present. Pull the knife from the victim. I'm too small, right? Hey Gabe, do you have a hint? Hello. Oh no, Gabe! Gabe lost his sub. I'm sorry, Gabe. Oh no. Did everybody else lose their sub? I'm here. Interview over. Professor, I hope it goes well. Did everybody just lose their sub? Shin Snow ain't got no sub. We lost all our subs. I don't know. Two specific things. Oh wait, what's this? Hold on. Following a lecture at UMA by Soseki Natsume on 11th August, it comes to light that a very disturbing incident took place. A deadly poison has been secretly developed and the university's forensic science laboratory was stolen. Even the smallest amount entering the body, either via the mouth or via a wound from a poison-laced blade. Oh, would prove fatal in minutes. So it could be that she knew about this. Current methods cannot detect. Okay. Onset of symptoms occur in minutes, starting with impaired breathing, ending with acute contraction of the pupils prior to death. Are you telling me that? Wait, what the fuck? Okay. I guess that's it. It's not. It's about the pulling out the blade. She probably would have known about the poison. I should have just kept reading, huh?
Objection!
Actually, this is so really wild because now I'm bringing poison into this. Now, there is one possibility, one very good reason why the defendant might have decided to withdraw the knife from the victim's wound. What? Ah, the yokel not only has a poor grasp of the law, but is also a poor loser. Tell us then, what possibility do you think you've identified? It's here, in this newspaper article. An article about a deadly poison having been stolen from a laboratory at the Imperial Yume University.
Objection!
The victim perished from a stab wound. Poison has no relevance in this case. You idiot! I'm sorry. I don't know why I stuttered so much there. Look at the fucking autopsy report again. But prosecutor Aochi, he will let the defense speak. But the newspaper article, the court cannot rely on this kind of hearsay. I always thought he said heresy. Those wretched publications carry. Oh no. Aochi is the kind of guy who screams fake news. I do all my research on Google. Counsel for the defense. I'm going to need some tangible basis for your claim. You will indicate to the court precisely what part of the newspaper article mentioned affirms your assertion. Your Excellency! Yes, of course. Thank you. I would never have done something to further endanger Miss Brett's life without just cause. The reason why the defendant pulled the blade out from the victim's body is explained in the article where it says... What? Is it in separations? Deadly and tiny quantity. Okay, there we go. Oh, oh my god, I almost clicked the wrong one. The article reveals the following property about the poison. I almost said potion. This chair is so loud now. The article reveals the following property about the poison in question. When the toxin enters the body on a knife laced with the poison, it's rapidly absorbed and causes death in minutes. Or are you suggesting? If the knife used to attack Miss Brett was laced with this very poison, it would explain why the defendant, Mimbami-san, would have withdrawn the blade as soon as possible. Oh, that's the chair? It's the chair. I would sound like that. No, she doesn't. Oh my god. Yes, the truth is, it was an attempt to stop the poison from entering the victim's body. What?
Attention!
You're gonna ask me how we can even assume she was poisoned in the first place? This is complete and utter nonsense. Not at all. The defendant withdrew the the knife's blade. Blade's knife. We can finally hear it. From the victim's body, not to accelerate the woman's demise, but to save her life, and the prosecution cannot deny the possibility. Have you not read the post-mortem report? Have you not read it? The cause of death was a hemorrhage. The word poison appears nowhere in the document. Well, that's because by acting quickly to remove the blade, the defendant prevented the poison from taking...
Attention!
Oh. Oh, please, this is clearly desperation, the weasel's last breath of wind. Rito. Poison has nothing whatsoever to do with this case, as I believe the defense is well aware. We have no proof that the information in this wretched newspaper article is all that reliable anyway. I'm so confused. In that situation, what the student should have done is wait for medical assistance to arrive. Not if it takes, like, literally seconds for them to die. But instead, you claim she suspected poisoning and took the potentially lethal decision to remove the blade. She must have had a strong reason for her suspicions then, or the argument makes no sense. Exactly. Well put, Professor. On what grounds did she do it, Yoko? Oh, goodness, what? Why did Ray suspect the stolen poison was involved? If you want grounds, I'll give you grounds. Just throws, like, used coffee grounds at their face. What? You can't possibly. I have no reasoning for what I just said. From your expression, counsel, it would appear that those are not empty words. But naturally, as you stand in this courtroom as a lawyer, you must be aware that words alone, empty or not, are of no value in our modern justice system. The court demands evidence. Yes, Your Excellency. I'm well aware of that. I've seen it many times from my place at his side in the Old Bailey. In that case, counsel, you present the proof to the court now. What evidence demonstrates a clear link between the case and the poison in the newspaper article? I don't know about the thing specifically.
Take that!
But it definitely mentions the fucking... whatever. I would like to ask the court to refer to the notes section of the post-mortem report, which reads, extreme meiosis pupil constriction was observed in the victim. I mean, that's not a clear connection that it's this specific poison, but you know, a poison nonetheless. Clearly, being a yokel with no knowledge of forensic science, I have no idea, so please do tell me. Presumably, the fact that this condition of the victim was noted in the post-mortem report means that it is an unusual symptom of death. Well, Under normal circumstances, the pupils dilate when someone dies. If there was an extreme constriction instead, that's most certainly unusual, yes. What are you doing, you yokel detective? Is he saying that's a Hosonaga or to me? In the newspaper article, there's the following information about the stolen poison. Onset of symptoms occur in minutes, ending with acute contraction of the pupils prior to death. What? If the defendant, upon seeing the victim stabbed in the back, happened to notice that the pupils of Miss Brett's eyes had constricted severely, yes, as a medical research assistant, she would have suspected poison immediately, without doubt. He's definitely using it now as an insult. I mean, he's been using it as an insult, but you know. I think I need to put Frito back in her big tank. This one's just too small for her. Poor girl. Oh. Professor Ouchie, I think you'll agree. This is a very compelling evidence. You. Yoko student, Yoko professor! Who's the professor? Oh, my dad. I believe the defendant has expertly demonstrated a credible reason for the defense's actions. Defendants, not defenses. No. Eugene Mukotoba. Yes, Your Excellency. I believe you are best placed here to confirm or deny the veracity of the defense counsel's argument. You will tell the court the truth about the details reported in this newspaper, please. Ow! It pains me to have admitted, but I'm afraid I don't know. Don't know? The toxin was kept under lock and key in my laboratory, certainly, but I was unaware of any theft. You mean to tell the court that the reports of this theft are unfounded? No, Your Excellency. Without returning to the laboratory to investigate myself, I couldn't say. Ha! Listen to the bumbling academic. It doesn't matter because she was still poisoned. Like, what the f- Whether or not it was this poison or another one, like, she was still poisoned. So fucking Mambami's reasoning is the same. Frito needs a bigger world. She does. I want to give her the whole world. The world's friendliest crested gecko, just wandering around. Unaware of the theft of secret state research from his own workplace until he reads it in the newspaper. I take full responsibility for the incompetence of my supervision. Father. A pitiful situation for a university professor. I like the sound the fan makes. It's really satisfying. It's like ASMR in a way. You should have more control over your students rather than allowing them off the killing sprees. That's totally unfounded. When you learn what happened. Who yelled? Oh, there she is. Which why is the suspect up here at the witness stand? Are you still not able to change your name, Professor? Hold on. Hi, Bella. Sorry. I'm hungry. Let me take a burp. Let me take a bite of my burger. What are you doing? God, Bella, what are you doing? No, she's climbing. Oh my God. You can't lay on that. She's trying to lay over my mic stand. This is not comfortable. It can't be. Why are you purring? I love her. She's so dumb. She likes to, if I have like one of my legs up on my chair, she likes to lay on it like she's climbing a mountain. I don't know how to describe it. I wish y'all could hear her. She's so cute. I love you. Petition to refer to Professor Sasibaka. Yeah. That's okay. We can do that. I feel like that would be mean. I kinda don't want to do that. Alright, Bella. Go. Come on. The mic is falling. Alright. Oh my god, fine. I'll move my other leg so that you can lay on it, okay? There you go. She didn't like it, actually. Come on. Sorry, I'm literally struggling in my chair right now. I'm not a sussy baka. I'm just imagining Professor crying. That's the wife's underwear a drawer. No, this is Professor Mikotoba's fault. It's all my fault. Ray. Mommy-san, you stand accused here. Outbursts like this will not be tolerated. Ow. Come on, lay down. But it was me. I was the one who noticed that the poison we were developing had been stolen that day. It was definitely stolen by the bird girl. What? So you knew. I had been placed in charge of overseeing the project. It was on the day that the Professor and Saseki-san were interviewed. There she goes. She moved the other way. Excuse me. It was the day that Professor and Saseki-san were interviewed together for the newspaper. This is when I noticed some of the poison was missing, just a tiny amount it was. Oh, I didn't, you let me know immediately. I was scared. The whole project was supposed to be confidential, but some of the toxin had somehow been taken. So I decided to try and get it back before anyone else had found out. Because I had a very good idea who the thief was. The thief? You don't mean... Yes, of course. It was that dainty English woman. Miss Giselle Brait? That's why I decided to join the little group of people going to the seaside. Inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just sat on the stool at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as if she knew she was untouchable. I know it was you who stole the poison. Hell now, whatever do you mean? She could have just pretended to not speak Japanese like she did before. God, she was like racist. Didn't she call it like a disgusting and filthy language or something like that? Like, what the fuck? Who let this lady stay here? And then she suddenly got to her feet before falling to her knees in front of me and collapsing on the floor. So she was already sitting down, right? So then like fucking, so it was already that point in which, oh, it's right. I was right then. The fucking knife was in the little crack in the, already sitting down and sat. Well, I told you, right? Like I portrayed the whole thing. So right behind the stool is where the knife would have been placed. And so if she was sitting there, it wouldn't make sense, right? Either she was sitting there and was stabbed through the back on the outside of the hut. Whoa. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be a suicide. We're not gonna have a case where there was just a suicide. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. That was my theory, but thinking about it now, it might not be that way. Because this is probably just like, what, bamboo? It's pretty flexible. Hi, Hana, how you been? I'm good, I suppose. I'm still recovering. I thought the chair was the left side. Nah. Oh. Get me out of here. That's when I saw the knife in her back. I couldn't understand what had just happened. And then a moment later, if it was a suicide, I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't care anymore. We'll find out. I was seized with fear. The pupils of her eyes they'd shrunk to tiny pinpoints. I don't believe it. In other words, you realized that the victim was suffering the effects of the stolen poison. My mind started racing. I hadn't seen anything past, Miss Brett's lips whilst I'd been with her. which left only one possible way for the poison to have entered her body. On the blade of the knife in her back. As a ranked Apex player. What kind of... What a weird, like, metaphor. I had to think to my grammar days. I was like, which one's a metaphor? Which one's a simile? Oh wait, no, that's a simile, isn't it? Like or as, right? Fuck, I don't fucking remember shit. Grammar sucks. Oops. And the that train of thought is what spurred you to withdraw the blade. Oh, knife coated poison. What do you mean you didn't think about that, Gabe? You're just now saying that? That's how we got to this part. It mentioned a poison coated blade. She's been stabbed. You didn't think it was the knife? Yes, if the amount that entered her bloodstream was small enough, she might still have a chance. That's what I hoped. Really. I'm so sorry for staying silent all this time. We'll find out. Yeah, I think that's why it might be a weird... It might be a weird scenario in which this murder would also have been portrayed as a suicide, but then also just a murder. Because if there was an option for her to just drink the poison, then she would have just drank it, right? She got stabbed in the back, girl. But sure, if the poison was not enough, she would have had a chance. What? Yeah? Basically, the poison would have killed her faster than the bleeding to death would have. Your attempt to hide the truth of what happened is not something that can be overlooked. However, I have duly noted the courage and with which you confessed in the end. Thank you. Your Excellency. It's barely perceptible, but I do think the balance has shifted a little here. In this courtroom now. Objection, Your Excellency! Do not be deceived! The victim just collapsed before your eyes, you say? Well, Mimbami-san, if that's the case, perhaps you should explain how Miss Brett came to be stabbed. Well, you have no answers, because the simple truth is that you stabbed the victim motivated by revenge.
Objection!
Put words in my client's mouth. But you have no conclusive evidence to prove that assertion, do you? Oh, I have evidence. And it is very much conclusive. Oh? What's the prosecution counsel up to? It was brief, but he hesitated for a moment there. I'm almost sure of it. He will produce the aforementioned evidence at once, Prosecutor Aochi. I mean, for this character speaking, she said if the poison she had in her bloodstream was a small amount, she could have survived. But like she got stabbed, ain't no chance of survival. You can still survive after being stabbed. Excuse me, after being chanced. What the fuck? Because all you would have to do is stop the bleeding, right? There's clothes on the floor. Pack it in. Perhaps some praise is due, young yokel student. What? I imagine there would be no need for me to submit this evidence. What is this now? But you brought this on yourself. Oh, well, what kind of evidence is this? We already know she pulled the knife from the back. See, it's through that hole. Is this a different hole? Because it looks like it's from a different, like, behind the dress or something. Because of the angle. Oh, wrong thing. It's the whole fucking two-stick shit. It's just them being bad at art. What the? And a more damning shot exists. The cruelty in the air in that beach is almost palpable. Who took this picture? This evidence, more than any other, reveals the true extent of the accused's murderous nature. For it shows the precise moment that Mimbami-san plunged her dagger. She was already on the floor! You gonna say she was just taking a nap? Like, what the fuck? That's not a precise moment. She's already on the ground. I kind of want to just be able to. Oh my god! If this was me, if I was in this Ace Attorney courtroom, I'd be looking at this and be like, "Mr. Ouchie, she's already on the fucking ground," and he'd be like, "What?" Just like knock the wind out of him immediately. Shut the fuck up, Ouchie, before I knock your teeth out of your head. You idiot. No, that's not true. No. I don't believe it. She could have self-reported. Hana is the type of bug that would yell at the Price is Right. What do you mean? What does that mean? Order, order, order. Counsel for the defense. Was it you who was responsible for that shrill scream just now that pierced my courtroom? Perhaps his voice has yet to break. These yokels are slow of mind and slow to mature. What the fuck? Susano's balls haven't dropped yet. I'll show you who's slow to mature. Careful now. Susano is starting to show her face here. It's often said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and here we have ample proof. The court will accept this extremely cogent photographic print as evidence. The incriminating photo. I can't believe he's had a photograph like that up his sleeve the entire time. What the fuck? This is a setup. That's a knife, all right. Oh, what? Oh, and Bella turns her head back to look at me. She's so cute. It's actually $2, Gabe. So there's that crack in the photograph. This is definitely gonna be important. Where have we seen this crack before? We've seen a crack in a photograph before, haven't we? This is definitely gonna be a key thing. Judge, I would like to call to the stand the reporter that keeps following around Soseki-san. It's such a stark image. I'm genuinely lost for words. Wait a minute, I don't understand. How did you... I mean, who took that photograph? Wait.
Objection!
Was it the newspaper? Oh shit, you're right! Look at that! Yo! Okay. So yeah, it's definitely the same guy. That's of no importance here. Stop trying to divert attention. Oh.
Objection!
That's an absurd thing to say. It's crucially important. Whoever took this photographic print was a witness to Miss Brett's death. The court must be allowed to hear this person's testimony. Ah! It's just a hat decoration. Or is it? Because it's very confusing. It definitely moved when we first saw her in that initial trial. I will uphold the defense's demand. The prosecution will reveal the identity of the person responsible for taking this photograph at once. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that. He's already here. What do you mean you can't do that? Pardon? He doesn't know who it is. You see, this print arrived at the Imperial Police Bureau headquarters by express post yesterday. There is nothing to indicate the sender's name or address. The provenance of the print is unknown. Goodness. Alright, this is, what do you call this? An incomplete trial. We don't have enough witnesses, and, that's it. Goodbye. It moved to the first case, yeah. Are we to understand, then, counsel, that in full knowledge of the fact that this photograph has the murkiest of origins, you nevertheless believe it fit for submission as evidence in the Supreme Court? When you first produced that print before, I noticed you hesitated for a brief moment, because you knew it wasn't completely reliable evidence, didn't you? Silence, you yokel student blabbering professor! What matters is the blatant truth that this print so eloquently expresses. But the defendant had already admitted to pulling the knife blade from the wound. I mean, this isn't the moment that the knife is plunged into the victim's back, but the moment it was withdrawn. Don't waste the court's time with your ramblings. Indeed, without knowledge of who produced this print, we have no means of verifying the claim. She's already on the fucking ground. Like, what would be the point in stabbing her? She's already... You think she was taking a nap? Do you think they tussled a little bit? There was no sign of, like, you know, external trauma or force on the body, right? No bruising, no scratches. A tussle, if you will. And the scene it captures is without a doubt the most compelling evidence presented to the court. If the defense is unable to shed any further light on the matter, I believe the conclusion is clear. Oh no. Sato, this is the time for you to fight. If what you established so far is true, then there can be no doubt. Oh, Bella. This photograph shows the moment that Ray withdrew the blade from the victim. Yes, we just need to prove that somehow. Tashaha. You have plenty of time to rue your defeat in the slow train back to the provinces. The Japanese one is the daycare. And to rue the day you came up against Takatsuchi Aochi in the court of law. Takatsuchi. If I can't determine who took this photograph, then the trial is going to come to an end. There must be a clue somewhere. There must be some way of working out who did it. Well, counsel. I have the clue. Your Excellency. A burning question is who took that photograph, and the truth is... I have the answer. I do have the answer. This isn't about whether I can or can't come up with the answer now. I simply have to spur it out of thin air. The identity of the person who took this dramatic photographic print is, I assure you, something the defense can and will reveal. What? No, you can't possibly. Sorry, I gotta move Bella. Girl, now get the fuck out of my room. She doesn't want to go. Hoi! And did they make a gender swap for Ryunosuke? No, it's not. The other one. It's not even a gender swap. It's a Susato. What the fuck is that? I had like a weird half hiccup just now. It didn't come out. It tried to, but nothing happened. It's our girl, Susato. A hick and a half. Yep. Ah, I'm sorry. What? No, you can't possibly. But as you so boldly claim that you can, please do enlighten us. Oh, I will. Unfortunately, I'm unable to present a name. How utterly underwhelming. Did you really believe you could... I didn't say I don't know who did it! However, I am able to present evidence. The defense has a piece of evidence that reveals important details about the photographer's identity. Photographer. What? Very well then, counsel. Present your proof to the court. Which piece of evidence do you claim reveals something about the identity of the mysterious photographer? I was presented the one with the dead.
Take that!
Where is Ryu? He's still in London. This is 3 months after Ace Attorney 1. So Susato had to go home because her father was sick. And now she's trying to... she's playing a lawyer. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm getting my cough drop. My throat's a little... What is that? The newspaper again? Raucous England returnees tell all. It's not the headline that's relevant here, Your Excellency. It's the photograph. If you look at it closely, you'll notice that there are some sort of white lines on the right-hand side. Oh, yes, indeed. If you were to take a picture with a damaged, what do you call it? I don't know, a damaged glass. Bella, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What? Hold on. She's biting something. She's biting a fabric. What are you doing? Yeah. A lens. What the fuck? What's your problem? Anyway, if you were to actually take a picture with a damaged lens, like a cracked lens like that, wouldn't it appear very blurry? Blurry? For the fuck. She's so gentle. A lot more gentle when it comes to, like, sharing food than Pickle was. He would fucking slap french fries out of my hand. When he knocked my whole container of french fries on the floor, I was so upset. She'll beg me. She'll kind of stick her face in, like, my hand for a french fry, and I'll give her one. And she'll very gently take it in her mouth and then jump on the floor and eat it. I miss Pickle, though. I want to give him more french fries. Anyway, sorry. I came out a little sad. I didn't mean it to. Yes, indeed, they had already caught my eye as it happens. I don't know what he fucking said, actually. Ah, whatever, a shadow of some kind, presumably, from the branches of a tree or the like. What kind of white-ass shadow? What the fuck? There are no trees growing inside my laboratory at the university, I can assure you. Now, if you look closely at this photograph... Good gracious! Yes, exactly the same pattern of lines is present in this photograph, too.
Objection!
Don't object me, you fucking idiot. Well. That tells us nothing. No, it doesn't. Ah, yes, that's the shadow of some kind, definitely from the branches of a tree. There wouldn't be any trees growing inside a hut, the beach council. What the fuck? That's quite remarkable about it. Is that what's quite remarkable about it is that the two patterns are absolutely identical. How could such an extraordinary similarity have transpired? The curious matching pattern that appears in both photographic prints is a result of some tree branches. No, camera defect, clearly. Obviously, it must be due to a problem with the camera used to take the photographs. With the photographic device? Yes, we can confidently say that the camera's lens must be scratched. The scratched lens causes unwanted lines to appear on every print taken with the device. Wow. What the fuck? Talking with this cough drop in my mouth is really difficult. In short, the two photographs under consideration here. No! Maybe you can have some trees grow in your grave when you die. The case is over, you lose. We're taken with the same camera. But there must be hundreds of camera devices here in the capital. It would be utterly impossible to identify the owner of this particular one. I think you're forgetting, Prosecutor Aochi, that one of the photographs featured in a newspaper article. A newspaper. Ah! That's right. I don't know. I think I misread what she said. The author of that article is the mystery witness to this crime. What? Ah! Where'd the other witnesses go? Mini-moo? What did that say? Oh, Saseki. I see why you were called the raucous English returnee. What are you yelling about? You've already testified. It's Mini Memo, I tell you, Mini Memo. What a weird name. Mo. Saseki-san? What was that? Did you just say Mini Memo? What is Mini Memo? Ever since I returned to Japan, a reporter from the Shoyu News has been hounding me, following my every move. A reporter by the name of Raiten Mini Memo. Yes, hounding me from dawn till dusk. I don't know, maybe. Now that he mentions it. The secrets. I fucking... It's not even just like some weird background character, he's just actually like part of it. I fucking love it. He's been sussy since I saw that ink stain on his hand from the first time. A camera to the left of him, a notebook to the right. There I am, stuck in the middle with Raiten Mini Memo. Oh, is Raiten like also a pun as to writing? What an interesting pun. So you're saying that this picture was taken by mini member, yes! My lord, your excellency, Esquire. Officer, find this newspaper reporter at once and bring him to my courtroom. Where did he go? I don't know if y'all just heard that sound my throat made. What the fuck? That was weird. We will adjourn for a short recess in the meantime. Oh, yes, your excellency. Ah, as you wish, your excellency. Or memento? I don't know. It could, I guess. And one more thing. I want this knife, the murder weapon, examined for traces of poison. Can y'all do that now? Can y'all do that? Y'all couldn't do it before, could you? You will solicit the assistance of the Imperial University Medical Department for the task, understood? Meh. Mini memo! Why did he say that? That was weird. Oh. Alright, game's over. Goodbye. Okay. Why do I have so many save files? What the fuck? Interesting. I wonder. Oh, that would just mean he's still got traces of poison on him. That would be very dangerous, I think. The 1 HP scenario? Wait, what? I'm so sorry, Susato. What is this? I should have told you about the toxin. Right. Too late. You have a strong sense of responsibility, I know. That's why you decided to shoulder the burden alone. No, that's not it at all. Oh, yeah! Referring to it as HP is really strange. I was scared of my failure coming to light, that's all. So I hoped to retrieve the substance from the Englishwoman before anyone found out. Oh, boy! This cough drop is making my tummy hurt. Why? So I think anybody else has problems with, like, cough drops just making them, like, slightly nauseous. The CHP. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? All the time? Like, what the fuck? Why? That you had no doubt in your mind about my innocence, that you'd stand by me to the last. Maybe it's because I haven't eaten much. I remember. And yet I didn't deserve your trust in me. I had important details from you, Susato. I completely betrayed your faith in me. Hit me, Susato, I deserve it! No, in fact, throw me to the floor! Do a Susato takedown. No, that's too good for me as well. Drag me through the city streets. What the fuck, man? I'm no better, you know. Oh. Even though in my heart I knew that you'd pull the knife from blade from Miss Brett's back. There was just a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you. Susato, I'm sorry. After I stood there and promised you that I'd stand by you and always be on your side, I betrayed your faith in me too. And as such, I failed you as a lawyer. Oh, no. These shifty looks she has. I think this situation has taught both of you a valuable lesson. Placing your unbridled faith in another is no easy task. Yes, Father. That fact has certainly struck home. Which is why I can see more clearly now. So, Ray. Yes? Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? No! Oh, Susato. You know, you'll always be a gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now. Oh, Ray. That's so cute. I got really scared that the smile was gonna be like, no, I can't forgive you. I'm gonna take you down. I was so scared, you know, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. The English woman was sitting at the back of the hut listening to what I was saying. I know it was you who stole the poison. Well now, whatever do you mean? And then a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet before collapsing on the floor in front of me with a knife in her back. It was probably at that moment that she was stabbed. It all happened right before my eyes. And you were the only people in the hut at that time? That's right, just Miss Brett and myself. There was no one else. So I don't understand how she could possibly have been stabbed like that. A great mystery indeed. I still can't believe it happened. That's why I just couldn't bring myself to speak up. It'll be alright. However it happened and whatever really went by that sea that day, I promise you that I'm going to prove everything you said, you saw is true. Spoken like a true Mikotoba. What's weird to me is that she didn't like scream or yelp or anything. Right, thank you. Now I think we should discuss what's coming up with the trial, don't you? We don't have much time. We must make sure we have our facts in order. Yes, I expect the poison is going to come under close scrutiny in the upcoming proceedings. The police should have identified it on the blade by now. The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory synthesized blend of alkaloids. Yeah, those are words I know. The police won't have any way of testing for it. Oh, I see. Yes, without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin. Chemical reagent? Well, then why aren't you there? I sent a colleague of mine off at some earlier to deliver the police to police headquarters. I think perhaps you should have some as well, though, just in case. Awesome. Thank you. What's the matter, Sato? You're suddenly very quiet. It's this newspaper article. Exclusive deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. I'm wondering how the information got out, given that it was a government secret. It was all the Englishwoman's doing. What? It was when the professor and Saseki-san were being interviewed at the laboratory. That so-called English lady swanned in. Haha, get it. And without any what the fuck is this? Compunction? What does that mean? Said to Professor Mikotoba. Oh, Professor, surely your guest would love to hear about your work on that substance there. It put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. But Saseki-san's curiosity had been piqued, so I had little choice but to give him a cursory introduction. So then Saseki-san knew about the poison? Yes, and it's highly likely that the reporter who's writing up the story about us would have caught a glimpse of the toxin too. This many memo-san. Many memo. Or maybe it's like many. Like a lot memo. I don't know. Writing, yeah, like writing many memos. I'm sorry. That's so dumb. What kind of name? By the way, did that reporter join you at all when you went to the beach? Oh. No, I don't remember the reporter being there. Indeed, he shouldn't have been. I very much doubt anyone would have wanted him there. Soseki was there, right? Oh? A known criminal had been given permission by the authorities to bathe by the seaside. Soseki-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office. And he obviously didn't go back. He secretly followed the party to the beach and took this very candid photograph. And then presumably he posted it anonymously to the police. Oh. Yes, that must be what happened. Let's get back to the courtroom. Counsel! We've just heard that the new witness is now ready to testify. Hell yeah, let's go. The trial is about to resume. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. I was like, I'm bored of this! And the game heard me. It's time to steal ourselves once again, then. Defense attorney Ryotaro Naruhodo. Yes. The game delivered. She has put her faith in me now and told me everything. So I can't let her down. I have to prove that what she's telling the court is true. Oi, what's all this then? A pinata! Hello! I have to prove what really happened that day. What's all this then? Cheerio. How are you? I thought you said, are you Hana? No, I'm not. I'm okay. I hereby call this court to order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Rei Membami. Prosecutor Aochi, have you summoned the new witness? Before I address that question, Your Excellency, I have some very important news to share. What is that face? Oh? What news? And why does he look so happy about it? During the recess with the collaboration of Professor Mikotomo's laboratory at University, the police re-examined the knife that was used in Miss Giselle Brett's life. Excellent, I admire your rapid handling of the matter. Oh, too kind, Your Excellency, too kind. I was merely carrying out your instructions, of course. There was no poison on the knife. She was knifed. And poisoned, but it wasn't through the knife. Damn it. Okay. Wait, what about the pin? We could test it on the pin. Remember, I was like, oh, you can suck up the blood with the pin. Maybe it sucked up the poison and injected it into her. Oh, maybe Gabe was right. I had the regent delivered to police headquarters by rickshaw, so it would be there in good time. But judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable. And counsel, what were the results? I think you split out the word as regent. Reagent? Reagent? No. It could be hard to find. He said that they needed this special solvent to find it because it's not a known reagent. That's so dumb. I'm gonna pronounce it regent. Oh goodness, sorry. I had a big stretch. This dagger, which was so cruelly used to end the life of the victim, has no trace of poison anywhere along its blade. What? Are you sure about that? I would stake the reputation of the police on it. Armed with the regent, the test is extremely simple. They couldn't have made a mistake. Okay. In short, the accused's feeble excuse earlier has been utterly destroyed. No, it hasn't. Like, what the fuck? Just because there was no actual poison on the blade doesn't mean that her excuse for removing it is like, completely false now. Like, she wouldn't know that. She would have known that there was a knife in her back and that her eyes were constricted. So, like... Regent, someone appointed to administer a state... What the fuck? That's false. Y'all are wrong. Shut up. Why is this in English letters? What does this say? It says Grames. That's what the fuck this says. What the fuck is that first letter? Regent is taken. To say it right. No! I refuse! The label appears to be written in a foreign language that I don't know. It's German. Oh, it's German. R-A-Y-M-S? What the fuck? I don't know. Studying knowledge of English is going to be a little help here, I'm afraid. Couldn't you just have written medicine on it in Japanese? Then we'd all have to be able to read it. German is the international language of medicine, my dear. Is that true? Is that weird? Is that weird? That's weird, is what I've been saying. That is that weird? It's doctor handwriting, it's normal. But yes, I could certainly see the merit in labeling the bottle Japanese, though I'm not sure medicine would be entirely appropriate. There it goes. Can I use the solvent on it? I want to use the solvent on it. Oops, I spilled it. Oh, I can't do it now, so it don't matter. Ah! That's not true. That's not true at all. Now, the prosecution is ready to call the new witness. Ah, the newspaper reporter who managed to capture a photograph of the crucial moment. Good. Medicine is the word for medicine in German. I don't think it says that. No, it doesn't. That's why he said I don't think that would be the right word. Very well, officer. Bring in the witness. No trace of poison on the knife. But if that's really the case... I love that struggling, like, kind of... How could the toxin have entered the victim's body? Through slurping it up. Look at this dude. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Writes in mini memo of the Shoyu News. I'm what people like to call a journo. What's a journo, father? Do you know? I've never heard that word before in my life. The word for poison in German is gift? Oh, that's interesting. That's really cool, though, to be honest. Oh. I keep hitting my damn... Yeah. Why'd you say E? What if she licks the pen full of poison like he licks his pen when he writes? It reminds me of that. What is that fucking, what's the name of that Japanese show? Where it looks like Dragon Quest, to be honest. It's like a party full of dudes. And they all follow, like, the main guy in a straight line. And they come across, like, some villain. And he's like... One cut from my poison dagger will kill you instantly. And he takes a lick of it. And he's like, I shouldn't have licked that. And then immediately, like, dies. Let me see if I can find out what it's from. And that's what happened. If you just Google, I shouldn't have licked it, it just pops up immediately. But all I can find is like fucking Reddit. Let's see if I can find just source. Oh, it took me to... Oh god. Oh god, it took me to YouTube. What is this called? The hero Yoshihiko in the Demon King's castle. I think that's what it says. Yeah, that's it. That's the name of it. It's listed as a parody. God, I want to check this out. Alright, that's it. Here's the link for y'all. Ink tastes disgusting. Were you the kind of bug who like would suck at the end of your pen and accidentally like just cause it to flood your mouth? I'm not linking it to you. Did I say I was? That's the title. Sorry, I forgot that on my bottom. It said link? Fine. Fuck you. I'll give you a link. I'm sorry, I'm distracted now. Okay. there's a token Rambo starter deck for Vanguard. Fuck. God damn it. I want it. I want to play. I want to play Token Rambo. It tastes worse than a Switch cartridge. Did you like eat it? Did you like? I don't know. It's simply a contraction of journalist. I'm there where the news. Why did I read that so weirdly? You don't play Vanguard though, but I would if I had the stack. Only Token Rambo. I'm there where the news breaks, putting pen to paper to catch those scoops so they're in print the next morning. They don't call me the. He's got it out. Did he have both? Wow. Did he have it out both hands? They don't call me the hero of the Herald for nothing. The nice guy of news. Oh, so it was you who took this photograph, was it? Well, well. What have we here? I'm sorry. Oh, brace yourselves, people. Mini memo senses a scoop of the offing. Female student after foul play, defended by curiously handsome young lawyer in Supreme Court. The readers will lap this up. We'll set it above the fold at 72 point in a 5-leg format for the morning edition. Huh? Oh my goodness. Right then, let's start with your name. Oh, it's Ryutaro Naruhodo. The band! Ah, there it is. Sir, can you explain this pin? Just immediately interrupt him. Next, what made you want to become a lawyer? Well, I wanted to reform our country's legal system, I suppose. Oh, the fuck? I thought you were talking about my armband, and I was like, am I supposed to... am I gonna throw that at him? Ryutaro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see. I just borrowed Kazuma-sama's dream for a while. By the way, my name is Taketsuchi Aochi. That's Taketsuchi Aochi. The so-called Dark Horse, the Supreme Court, my objections strike fear into every defense lawyer's heart. No, the readers won't buy that. What? Witness. Yes? What this court demands to know is whether or not you are responsible for the taking of this picture. Can we get on with the trial, Mr. Memeto? It was delivered anonymously to the Imperial Police Bureau only yesterday. Yeah, I wouldn't be a journo if I didn't click quick when presented with a scoop like that now, would I? Sometimes stories call out to me, sometimes I have to chase them down, but either way, you've got to be fast. Fast legs to run with and fast hand to write with. It's no good if you don't note it down, I always say. That's what I call my mini memoism. Okay. The defendant looks like Maya in that photo? Maya? What the fuck? Oh, maybe. Mini memoism. Oh yes, I remember your face. We met the day when you were interviewing myself and Sasaki-san. Yes, right. That was me. Mini memo again. But you were supposed to be back and show you news offices after our meeting. But the scoop is, I didn't. Because that Englishwoman's words had piqued my journalistic interest. The way, I don't know if it's this guy. The way I'm imagining him speaking. Like, hold on. Token Rambo. Okay, Miss Pratt's words. A criminal left to do as she pleases just because she happens to be a British citizen. It's horse dung. The country's judiciary is rotten to the core. The Supreme Court's rulings aren't worth the paper they're written on. The police are just imperial pawns. What? Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex political issues at play. Well, anyway, I quickly jotted... His pencil's fixed now. I quickly jotted down those words she said in my mini memo pad. God, I got fucking... Are you ready? I'll read it out. It's all here. Right, here goes. I should like to go with everyone to see our country's coast. A serious criminal going on some junket. The people need to know about this. That's why I decided to sneak after them. What? To get the woman's story so I could hammer her in the press. Wait, what? Hammer her. He threw it and took one from his ear. Oh, he's a witch! Oh, okay. I thought he like he is a witch. Do you mean to say you did indeed witness it firsthand? The grim scene portrayed in this photograph? Look at the fucking overalls. Oh yes, I saw it with my very own journo eyes. No, those aren't called overalls. What are those called? From start to finish through viewfinder of my trusty camera. He did it so that he could create a story so that he could get more money, which he clearly doesn't have because he's got a broken camera, so... I've already got it all down. Thank you, Mini Memo-san. You will now give a formal testimony before the court. You will state exactly what it is that you witnessed, of the events surrounding Miss Brett's death. Suspenders. Yeah, that's it. Suspending his pants in midair. What the The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of gaps I could see through, inside through. What the fuck? That's a changing hut, isn't it? The English woman was sitting on a stool when the student girl came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor. She stabbed her in the back. My smoldering journo spirit burst into flames. Quick as a flash, I whipped out my camera, ready to click. I pulled apart— God, I hate this so much. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through for the perfect shot. Boop, 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 boop. I hate screens, you say? Right, you can see them clearly enough that in that great shot I snapped. The hut walls were just screens made of coarsely woven reeds. Oh yeah. Yes, that allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief to the summer heat. From the summer heat. And it was a breeze for me to poke my camera through and see the whole thing hotting up. Ignoring for the time being the appalling invasion of privacy involved. Did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut? Oh yes, I saw it. I saw the whole thing from start to finish. Can you say that you took the photograph through a gap in one of the screens? Luckily for me, they were pretty shoddily woven. I pulled the reeds apart and thrust the lens of my camera through the gap. I really don't like how I don't like how this is being worded at all. Would I get away with it, or would I be seen? It was the gamble of a lifetime. No, it's definitely a buy. A tenacity of purpose that's considered admirable in a journalist, I suppose. Run a risk one day, run a scoop the next. That's mini memoism in a nutshell. He's got a lot of film. At last, it would appear we have a genuine witness to this wicked crime. The evidence and testimony are extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict. No. Wonderful news, Your Excellency. Wonderful. We're not close. No, it's Silyabai, it is. Nevertheless, it cannot be denied. As testimony begs one very large question. What question? How the fuck did she get poisoned? Exclusive news, a startling photograph. All the makings of an exceptional story for the reporter. Why then was the story never published? Oh, that's right. It seems clear to me that there are circumstances at play here that are yet to be understood. Ha! More pathetic excuses! Starscream would fit a lot? What? Starscream from Transformers? Ouchie sounds like Skeletor. I think I'm basing it off of like his old like I don't know how he sounds actually. I can't remember any time he's ever said objection. But like the version that's in Phoenix Wright 1. He's just like, objection! You know, like that. Should no judge any trial with Naruhodo. It's going to be a mess, even if it's and descendant. Yeah. It's not even a descendant, though. This is just Hisato pretending to be a relative. Very well then, counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, your excellency. There's more to this reporter than meets the eye. He's keeping something about this case very close to his chest. That fucking snap. I really hope that his suspenders break at some point, like when we start getting close to the big reveal that he's definitely done it. Oh, wait. I have a feeling. I wonder if it's going to be the pen that matters. We might use the solvent on his hand. It's weird. Didn't this happen yesterday? Why wouldn't he have washed his hands since then? The camera never lies. Objection! Maybe he's colorblind. Maybe. You'd still see it, though. That made you want to see what's happening inside the beach hut in the first place. Or maybe, yeah, maybe it's stains. Call it a journo instinct. Can you think of a better reason? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps because we, as well as being a proven criminal, the person inside was a young woman. Ah, I see where you're going with this. Brace yourselves, people. He's painting the journo as a voyeur. I don't know what a voyeur means. Maybe he's a stinky gamer. Oh, yeah. We all know gamers don't bathe. It's hardly slander, sir. You've had a camera and you're taking pictures without the woman's knowledge. Boom. Nope, you got it all wrong, little student boy. Sorry? To my mind, all that was inside the hut was a scoop. Nothing more, nothing less. Scoops no gender, man or woman. It's all news, not even that. That's not even mini memoism. It's basic journalism. A peeping Tom. Why do they make it sound so funny? It makes it seem like I don't know, a gondola off into the horizon or some shit like that. Like, a gondola. I don't know why I even described it like that. And peeping Tom isn't funny. No. Peeping Tom is boring. It's supposed to insinuate sexual deviancy. What the fuck? Okay. If only the courtroom was as indiscriminate. Right, so if that's all buttoned up, can we move on? Tell the court, then, witness, what sight befell your eyes when you looked inside the hut? A sight that vindicated my journo instinct, that's what. When I pulled back the reeds, I could see it all clear as day. So you actually saw Mimbami-san entering the hut? Yep. And she was raging like my journo spirit. And the argument you mentioned, what was that about exactly? You stole it. I didn't steal it. That kind of thing. Talking about the poison, I suppose. The student girl walked right up to the English woman and really started laying into her. I mean, if she'd laid into her anymore, there would have been eggs. What the fuck is going on? Why is he I hate this man. He's disgusting. That's really gross. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. You know, like laying eggs? Maybe that's what he's getting at. That's so fucking horrible, though. The way he talks is so gross. I bet fucking he tried to ask her out or some shit, and she said no. Filthy Japanese boy or some shit like that. She would probably say that. Because she's racist. And then he's like, you know what? Gonna kill you. Like some guys do. This makes sense for a journo, very clickbaity. Oh god, you're right. The man should have been an author. His descriptive talents are wasted in journalism. A dead racist. You know what? Problem solved. But the student's rantings fell on deaf ears like a Japanese person listening to English for the first time. He really ought to work on his similes first, though, to be honest. I love that, just kind of like... Anyway, the point is, that woman in the dock was mightily angry. And her temper finally got the better of her, it seems, dear me. Which was the climactic moment I caught on film. Seconds later.
Hold it!
He's got an endless supply of pencils. He's every classroom's best friend. Do you swear before the court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place? Not the precise moment, I didn't see just that. I saw the whole hellish scene play out, from start to finish. I have here a simple plan of the beach hut. Perhaps you could use it to explain to the court exactly what you witnessed. Right you are, it's all here in my mini memo pad. The way he's talking reminds me of fucking like Brock or some shit. My trusty frying pan into a drying pan. Something like that, you know? Don't worry, Rogue, he eats them when he's done. When I first peered into the hut, I'm sure that the Englishwoman was on this stool at the back of the hut here. Yes, the accused's own testimony confirms that. She just sat at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly. That's what I have noted down. It's my turn to testify now. Try not to interrupt. Then the next moment, as I was watching, the evil student girl entered the hut. At least Brock wouldn't try to peep. No, he'd be respectful. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing furiously. They tussled. The Englishwoman went for the student, but the girl dodged out of the way. And in a flash, plunged the knife into her adversary's back as the two passed each other. They did a Tekken switcheroo. What you describe as a grim crime indeed. Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what many Mimoism says. No, Brock wouldn't even ask to look. Brock would wait till they changed and then lust over them in their bathing suit. By the way, Mini Mimo-san, whilst you were watching that terrible scene unfold before your eyes through the gap in the screen, did it not occur to you to try and prevent the tragedy rather than capture it on film? Journos have to be observers. We can't get involved. That's a raisin tree. Yeah. So you didn't converse with Miss Pratt at all? Obviously not. An observer always remains on the outside looking in. That's something to be proud of, is it? Oi oi. French is so dumb. Is it wee wee, right? Man, why is it spelled oi oi? I don't know, Francis. Can we stop mon and miss? I don't know what that means. Reason diatry. Diater. Restone. The most important reason or purpose for someone or something's existence. Oh, that's cute. Your Excellency, if I may. I fucking love that expression Susato has. Yes, Professor. I think the witness's last expertly phrased, statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony. Mother, what are you... I will grant the defense's request. Many Mimo-san, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement. Well, nihilism is the foundation of many Mimoism, but I'll gladly prove that my words aren't meaningless. That snap immediately. Really? He didn't set foot inside the hut at all? Are you quite sure about that? I think you may have the wrong impression of me. We're talking about a murder scene here. My nerves are stretched to breaking point already. Is that so? No. Oh, I see. You were scared. Maybe I did have the wrong impression of you, yes. It was all I could do to stifle a scream and hold my hand steady enough to snap the shot. You really should have summoned help before thinking of your camera. Many memoism and humanism don't always agree. And most of the times in those instances, many memoism comes out on top. Many. Huh. As a sculptor of stories, sometimes I have to be cruel for my art. Yes, that's spot on. Surely he's making all this up. Okay, that's enough reason for us to know that he did it. He did the murder. Just for the perfect scoop, he did it. He claims to have spied the whole affair from start to finish. If true, his testimony is devastating. But it does seem as though he's holding something back, doesn't it? If that's how you feel, I suggest that you trust your instincts and press him on everything he said. As you've no doubt seen done many times before in your role as judicial assistant. Yes, I have. I've seen witnesses like this pressed often. I know exactly what to do. Hold on. Hurry up. Do I present this? Oh, yeah. We should save. The fact that she had that pin with this emblem on it is definitely sussy enough.
Objection!
Many Memo-san, until now I've had a firm belief that newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth. You're spot on there. The press doesn't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Shoyu News on my arm. Oh, what a coincidence you would bring that up, sir. In a way, that's more mini-memoism. Sadly, though, it seems the journalist who writes for those papers don't always share the same passion for truth. What? What are you suggesting with those, recriminatory words, Counsel? Mini Memo-san, do you recognize this fountain pen? This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murdered victim was gripping it in her hand as she died. What are you? God, he broke it. Throw? Nope, throw's not on. I think I'm just gonna keep throw off if I don't have, if I can't do the sound, and I just started a little late for me to actually set that up, so I apologize. If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that the owner's initials are engraved there. R.M. Oh, for the, Raito, what was his name? Raito, yeah. Something. Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. The initials of the accused, Raymond Bami. That scared the fuck out of me now. Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also RM? No! Right and... Oh, okay, I was right. Mini Memo, RM. Oh, hey, quick question about the Hana fact book. Would you all feel... how would you all feel about different activities, including such as matching games, spot the difference? Oh my god, wait, what, for what? How would that be done? What are we spotting the difference in? Real facts? I'm a little confused. That's horse dung. Can't you see one of the central tenets of the memoism is being a pencil user? And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see, on your right hand, there's a very obvious blue ink stain. It would appear that you have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen, that is. Horse dung. List of acceptable animals. None with hooves. Goats, horses, pigs, elephants. The elephants don't have hooves. What do you call that? Fucking pigs don't have hooves either. I don't know, I don't know what I'm saying. A lot of animals are not accepted. The only accepted animals we've got are finches, grackles, crows and ravens, lizards, and other reptiles except turtles and tortoises. Salamanders, cats. What else? What other animals exist in the world? What about sparrows? No. No sparrows. Fuck, I need an animal. No foxes. Foxes are good aesthetically, but god, they're fucking annoying. I hate watching a video with a fox in it because it irritates me so badly. The sparrows were not spared. Ode. Hyena? No. What about those funny long-legged dogs, though? Capybara? No, they're just giant guinea pigs. I don't like guinea pigs. Yummy. Chinchillas? Yeah, chinchillas are good. Man. No, men are not allowed. Sorry. On our list of acceptable animals, men, no. Oops. No capybara. Oh yeah, monkeys are not allowed. No monkeys. Absolutely nothing that is considered a primate. So not even lemurs, not even fucking bonobos. Fuck bonobos. They're so fucking ugly. Sloths? Sloths are ugly. Are sloths not considered monkeys? I kinda thought they were. God, I keep dropping shit. Sloths always seemed like monkey-like to me. Koala's disgusting. Hate those creatures. They go gwap! They're so gross. What is a sloth considered? Sloths are so gross. They're so ugly. No, they're definitely not primates. Okay. Panda? I hate bears. No bears. No bears allowed. There's so many animals I dislike compared to animals I do like. Koalas are smooth brains and God, I hate them. No. Understood. Acceptable. Good. Bunny? No, I'm scared of rabbits. I think I've said this before. I hate pandas for some reason. Oh my goodness. No, red pandas are pretty cool. Are they technically bears though? Excuse me. Mini Memo-san, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Giselle Brett in that beach hut?
Objection!
Objection! Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse. Exactly. Shoyu News will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. There must be as many people with the initials RM as there are stars in the night sky. Well, what about people working in this Shoyu News then? The defense has neither the time nor inclination to count every star in the sky. Huh? Technically not bears, more related to raccoons. Oh, okay. And there's no need, anyway, because this pen has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. A clue that undeniably proves who the owner really is. In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court where the alleged clue lies. Of course, Your Excellency. Is it in the barrel? The clue in this fountain pen that clearly reveals the owner's identity is... No, it's this, right?
Got it!
As well as the initials, there is also an emblem on this fountain pen. The emblem that you will, of course, recognize, Memimeno-san. Oh, goodness me. It's the emblem of the Shoyu News. In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Shoyu News whose initials are RM. Suddenly, the stars in the night sky don't seem so numerous, do they? Well, Minimimo-san, how do you respond? No! His hat. Excuse me. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna go. Good night. I tried to not open my eyes. I tried to open my eyes without it getting captured. Good night. Order, explain yourself, witness. So, this is how the mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets? Have used nothing but honest tactics. Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before that grim tragedy unfolded, I, a Shoyu News reporter on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the Englishwoman. What is this music now? Since we see recurring characters, I hope we never see that English lad and his hat falling off all the time. God, there was something about that. An interview? You never mentioned this before. When exactly was this? As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. It couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing, as we, many mimoists say. The people don't pay their dues for unworthy news. However insignificant you deem it to be, the court council cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim. You will testify under oath, about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired. Got it, yes, alright, but on one condition. Condition? In all good conscience, I couldn't speak out alone about this. You need to call back the earlier witness, Soseki Natsume-san. Soseki-san? Oh yes, according to my notes here, that man has a secret of his own, and brace yourselves. It's not a harmless one, it's big. What? What? Okay. Many Mimoism states that one man's secret is every other man's front page story. Very well, I will grant the witness's request in this instance. Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand. Soseki-san hiding something. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and stop here because I got my new fridge and I want to get it set up. So I think this is the perfect place to stop. I also need to get a bunch of other shit set up that I got in today. A label maker. New fridge. Yay! Yeah. New fridge. I need to level warrior. New fridge. Like a mini fridge? Yeah. Hana, can I have food? I said I have a fridge. I didn't say I have food. I also need to get ready for work. So, usually when I stop, it only leaves me like an hour for that, and I would just not have enough time. Let's go see who we can raid. There's not a lot of bugs streaming right now. Let me see. Who should we raid? Does anybody have any suggestion? Thank you for coming. We'll find out Soseki-san's spicy new secret another time. I don't know who to raid though. Mori no Zukayo. Who the fuck is this? Let me see. They're playing Phasmophobia in a collab. Well, Phasmophobia is fun, so right, so why not? I almost said, why not? Alright, tomorrow I will be live with, I think at 1 also. With, what am I playing tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Saturday? Tales of the Abyss, right? Excuse me. Anyway, thank you again, everybody, for coming. Sorry I ended up canceling stream yesterday. I apologize for that. But thank you again for coming today, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's go say hi to Morino. Zukayo. I'm gonna stay for the raid because channel points. Hell yeah. And I'll see y'all later. Thanks again. Bye.